Hi, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about addition rule for probability. So imagine that we have a sample of 10 jelly beans. From this set of 10, we are going to draw one jelly bean. What is the probability of drawing a bean that is purple or red? Okay, so the probability of drawing a bean is purple or red is going to equals to the number of jelly bean that is either purple or red over the total number of the jelly beans. So the number of jelly beans that is purple, we have 2, and the number of the jelly bean that is red is 4, and then out of the total number is going to be 10. Then the result is going to be 6/10. But remember that you need to reduce the fraction, which is 2/5, sorry. Or you can write it as 60%. So for disjoint event, which is cannot occur at the same time or share the common outcomes. So in our previous example is when you join a purple jelly bean, then you cannot draw a red jelly bean. They can happen at the same time. They are mutually exclusive. So for a OR event, if A and B are disjoint event, so the probability that happen A or B is going to equal to the probability that A plus the probability of B. Okay, so here's an example. Researcher randomly assigned 72 chronic users of cocaine into 3 groups. The Zipamine, which is antidepressant medication, lithium, a standard treatment for cocaine, and the placebo. Results of study are summarized to the right. So the first is we need to know how to read this table. For example, the 10 means the people who took 10 is the people who took the Zipamine and also relapsed. And the 4 means the people who took the placebo and they do not relapse. And the 24 means the total number of people who has no relapse. And the 20, so also in this 24 means the total number of people who took lithium, including the people who relapse and the no relapse. All right, so that's how we read the table. Now, what is the probability that they were given the Zipamine or lithium? So the total number of people who were given the Zipamine is what? This row. Here is the row that people who were given the Zipamine, and the lithium is going to be the second row, which is 24. And since they OR, that means we use addition. If people that were given the Zipamine, it's not going to get lithium. So that means these two events is going to be mutually exclusive. So the probability of people who's given the Zipamine or they were given lithium is equals to the probability of people who were taking the Zipamine plus the probability that who is taking lithium. So the probability of people who taking the Zipamine is going to be 24 out of the total number of patient or participant, which is 72, plus 24 out of 72, which is 48 out of 72. Then you simplify it, you will get 2/3. So 2/3 of people who were given the Zipamine or lithium. Okay, what is the probability that they had lithium or relapse? Okay, so this one is very interesting. Now let's take a look. in here, I'm going to use different color. Let's use red. So the people who had lithium, which is in this row, totally, there were 24 people were given lithium, and people who relapsed is here in this column, which is 48, which is very interesting. You may find that they have overlap part. So that means this is not a disjoint event. When you have in a lithium, you could relapse. These two events, they can occur at the same time. They are not mutually exclusive. So what would be the probability? Well, in this case, people who were taking lithium or relapse what's the total number? Well, the total number of people who's taken lithium is going to be 24 out of 72. The total number of people who were relapsed is 48 out of 72. Oh, 72, not 78. But here is the tricky part we need to be careful. Is the 18. Is the number that we overcounted twice. When we counted the number of people who take lithium, we count 18 because we count 18 plus 6, right? And then when we counting the people who relapse, we count 10 plus 18 plus 20, we got 48. That means we overcount 18. So that means when we finding the probability, we need to subtract the part that we overcounted twice, which is 18 out of 72. So here is going to be the probability that people who took lithium or relapse, which is 54 out of 72. When you simplify, you should have 3 out of 4, 3 over 4. So here stays for the non-disjoint event. Earlier we talked about disjoint event. Non-disjoint event can occur at the same time, meaning that a person or an item can hold more than one characteristic. In our previous example, it's going to be people who took lithium, they can relapse. That can happen at the same time, right? So this is non-disjoint event. If two event A and B are non-disjoint, we're going to use this formula. PA or PB is equal to probability of A plus the probability of event B, subtract the part that they overlapping, the overlap part. Okay, so that's it for today's lesson. I'll see you next time.